Good morning, members. I hope that, with this market breakdown that you become more knowledgeable in the Forex market. I hope that you see the charts way more clear, and I hope that you start taking these trades. I know I haven't posted a market breakdown in a while, and the reason being is because we've been just, implementing a lot of new, not just strategies, but new ways to expand ForexBlade, and honestly, it's been going great. As you guys know, we almost hit 1,000 members as of this recording. But I also went ahead and cleared out my charts, and the reason being is, and you'll notice on the other charts too, is that it's much more cleaner for you guys to be able to understand. And I've also noticed a few interesting things looking at the charts on a higher time frame. So, in this market breakdown, we'll be going over Euro USD, Euro JBP, and Euro JPY. We'll be going over a little bit about the Brexit and, the technical analysis when it comes to those three pairs. Before we do so, make sure you go ahead and subscribe and give this video a like. The more the family grows, the more we all profit. So I'm actually going to delete this line. Now looking at it, the zone is just much more respected than the line. Also, guys, looking at it, look at this zone that I drew a while back. Look at that. I didn't even know it was respected that much. Back to 1993, it's been respected. Yes, it bounced on it on this area a little bit, but over time, look, bounced on it, went through it, bounced on it, and went through it again. So that's a huge zone over there. I also noticed that this zone was also respected. It's not as thick, but it's definitely respected. Now, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and make this 3. Cool. We'll keep the monthly at the bottom right just to kind of show you the bigger picture of what's going on. Okay. We'll keep this one, maybe the 4-hour. Okay. So you guys can kind of see where we're at in terms of the zone and where it's going. I'm so excited, guys. I really am. Just because the market has been low-key very clear to me. I know it's a Friday, so you entering these trades, you can enter these trades now, and that gives you time for market to do its thing on Monday. Cool. So, and then let's change this one to 15 minutes. Okay, cool. So, guys, looking at the monthly, right? Let's just go back to April 2015, right? It's just trading in this area over here. Okay, it's touching over here and then coming down back here. Up there, down here. It broke through the zone, closed above it. This is a monthly, and retested the zone, and then went down here, retested the EMAs, climbed up higher, broke through the zone, got on the zone, broke through it again, and then went down. Now, I want you guys to notice something. On the monthly, when EMAs cross over, 9 times out of 10, especially on the monthly, and I'm sure I can find any example, EMAs cross over, EMAs cross over, EMAs cross over. Yes, there's absolutely a retest when EMAs cross over. However, that's a huge indicator of the next move, at least long-term wise. So honestly, if you really wanted to just swing trade this, you really could, since it did just break through the zone and the EMAs crossed over. You can have a stop loss over here, which is around 400 pips, but then you're looking to make 700 pips. That's just a swing trade. Cool. Now, many of you know we don't usually do that. We just like to get in and get out. So for Euro USD, guys, if you were in the buys from before, you remember how I called out the buys. This rise itself, honestly, overnight, I think it was overnight, should have put you, especially if you're in the robot, should have closed you out in profit for the Euro USD trades that we've been buying. I think we bought over here. Let me actually make sure where we bought it. I'm gonna pull out my phone just to be very clear with you guys on what's going on. Okay, so I bought it over here. So let me show you guys a little something. I want to draw. Yeah, let's just do this. So I bought it once over here. Okay, I like to be very transparent with you guys. I know somebody was like, oh, you know, wow, like Andrew finally got something wrong. Like you guys treat him like a god and all this, basically just negativity in the group chat. And I didn't like that. Many of you know is that I don't really respect any of that. So what happened was people don't understand that even though when you're in drawdown, you're not in a loss, people. Okay? You're not in a loss. When you're in drawdown, it's just drawdown until it's closed. Just like when you're $3,000 in profit, it's just $3,000 in profit until you close out. And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people really don't understand that. Anyways, so first time I bought was over here. Okay. Second time I bought. So let me actually make this a little smaller so I can duplicate it. Second time I bought was right here on the EMA. Okay. Third time I bought was right here. Okay. And last but not least, I bought over here. Okay. Yes, that last buy was yesterday. Now if you're in a robot, it probably did the same thing. You know, I don't have really time to tell you every single trade. That's why I'm not a signal provider. But so if you guys look at it, right, I can even bring out the ruler, right? You're down from here to here, say 50 pips. Cool. Now you enter in a buy. Now you're down from here to here. Just to make it easier on us, say another 50 pips, right? So overall, you're losing 50 pips from this and then 100 pips from this. So in total, 150 pips in all of these three trades that you're in drawdown. Okay? Now, most traders, because they don't have a game plan, they don't know what they're doing, most traders will let emotion take over, right? And letting emotion take over, you're going to close out in a loss right here because you think it's too late. You don't know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, you're just going to close out in fear because you don't know the clear direction. However, guess what? I was waiting for this to rise. And it dropped more. Cool. I bought more. So, say it's 100 pips from here. So, it is 100 pips, actually. So, the first trade will be negative 200. Okay? Second trade would be in negative 100. Third trade would be in negative 50. So if I say 100, 250, so you're looking at 350 pips in loss so far, right? Drawdown. Now I bought down here. Okay, I already reached that 100 pips rise. All right, so this trade cancels out this trade completely, right? And all you need to do is literally go up a little higher for you to break it above even to the zone. And like I'm literally explaining this because I know it's gonna rise to this little zone before anything happens. And I'll explain the market breakdown what's going on in the next move. But it going back up to the zone puts you in a positive. Okay, so many of you, the robot members, have closed out in this Euro USD buys and entered in sells. Okay, now I'm gonna explain why you were entered in sells. But that was just kind of explaining to you guys what it means to have drawdown yet still be profitable. Because a lot of people be like, oh well, this guy Andrew, he's not really great because he called out one wrong trade in the past 10 market breakdowns. False. False. Actually, it's not even wrong. I'm still in buy. You know what I mean? Like, so just focus on the trades, guys. Focus on what I'm telling you. Focus, and if you decide if you want to enter the trade or not, if it doesn't look comfortable, you don't. Simply don't. Okay, so anyways, moving on. Now, EMA's crossed over. As soon as it crossed over, it dropped, right? But you guys can see something. Over here, back in January 19th, it retested this zone. And even though it broke above it on the bigger time frame, it was just a spike. And that's why you always gotta look at the bigger time frames. It was just a spike. And so what it seems like it's doing right now is literally going to the zone. So yes, it could be rejecting off the 200 EMA on the 4-hour chart, but I see this going to the zone first before anything. So this, just a low rise. Maybe even come up to this area just because there's a lot of resistance over here. You guys can see that. So it could probably come up to this area. But guess what, guys? This looks like it's going to drop. Okay? Your USD looks like it's going to drop. Now, I'm trying to show you guys where that big crash happened, right? When everybody was freaking out. Oh no, your USD dropped. Right? That's my impression of traders. Anyways, so looking at Euro JPY, right? Especially at the zone, I'm willing to take this trade. I'm actually already in this trade. And my take profit, to be specific, is 124.38. So if we look at that, it's over here. Okay? Now what I mean by that is I'm already in this buy. So in this sell. So this is where I entered. Okay. 0.138 is my take profit. If this does decide to go up here to the zone, you bet I'm gonna buy more and hope for it to drop more. That's my strategy. Yo, honestly, like whenever somebody ever tries to criticize my strategy, I always say, look at the money difference. Okay. That strategy works. So I'm in buys. I'm in sells right now. Okay. Especially considering if you look at the 1-hour chart. So let's look at the 1-hour chart. You guys can kind of clearly see that price was already struggling in this area. Okay. Now it already passed 200 EMA on the 1 hour chart and it's been respected. So I do see this coming down and retesting this 200 EMA before rising any further or dropping down any lower. So there's two oppositions trying to pull it away, right? You got the zone, but the zone is already so close to it, and you're always kind of aiming for the furthest confirmation. So this is a more in-depth breakdown, as you guys can see. I'm not really just rushing through it. Let's go to Euro JPY next. Okay. Now for Euro JPY, let me show you on the 1 hour. I mean on the monthly again, just kind of clear things up for you. Okay. So you guys can see where I have my zones and my lines and why they're there. You guys can see that clearly, right, from the past. Now let me clear up this side by getting rid of this fib. And oh, by the way, for Euro JPY, if you're in the robot trades, you should have been closed out in profit. And you should have been entered in sells. Okay. And I'll explain to you why everything is how it is. But so you guys can clearly see, actually, let me back up a little bit for a second. Okay. Look at this real small zone that I had drew up, right? Look at that. Guys, if you've been watching my market breakdowns, you know that I've drew this zone back here and didn't even think about it. And it goes back to 1993 again. Okay. Anyways, let's go to the template, the 3, and do what we were doing with the other one. All right. Now, I called this rise. I also said it was going to rise over here, and I entered in trade. It did hit stop loss. It's completely fine. You win some, you lose some. Although, if you've been with us for a while, you know that I bought more. I bought more and more. I bought more over here. It got over here. I closed in profit. I sold. Okay. I even posted these results on the Telegram channel. I sold over here, dropped over here, took profit, bought over here, rose, took profit. Okay. I don't have to show this off. You guys already know that I post the results in the channel, in the main channel. So, me just telling you that I call every move is, it's normal to me. Anyways, moving on to what's going on with Euro JPY. So if you guys can kind of see that Euro JPY is hitting major resistance, guys. Okay. And what's really fun is that on the monthly, do you see this huge wick? You guys see this huge wick, right? And it's so crazy that it went to the zone that I drew and didn't even close below it. Okay. Look at it. This is the zone that we drew earlier when the rise happened. And I told you guys to sell. And I told you guys to buy. And I told you to sell. Now I told you to buy because considering how it was, it seemed like it was going to rise. But it just went down, did a stop hunt, and then rose again. But no stop hunt for us because we don't have a stop loss. We took profit. So you guys can I don't know if you can clearly see, but check it out. When some might want to draw a trend line over here. Some might want to do that like this. And say, wow, Euro JPY rose to it broke this trend line and, it's going to fly higher, right? Some of you might think that. However, I'll be teaching this in the ForexBlade University, is that zones are stronger than trend lines, okay? So, let me get rid of this line just because we already have a zone. Okay. And let me zoom out of this to kind of make it very clear as to what trades I'm in for your JPY. So I already closed out in the buys, and it's kind of very clear that it's hitting the zone. And I do see this coming down. Now, my exact take profit, let me look into that. Oh, wow. Wow, okay. So for your USD, I think I said the wrong number when I called this. But you guys understood what I meant. For this is 1.1385. If I didn't, then my apologies for even confusing you right now. But anyways, for your JPY, this is my current trade. Okay, I'm getting out at the 1.24.38. Okay. Now, you guys can clearly see. I was just looking on my phone to see the exact trade and kind of explain it to you. But anyways, the reason why I chose 0.38, and you guys are saying, "Wow, like what? That's pretty far down, right?" But the reason being is that I can see this touching the EMA again. Okay, it's kind of the same concept. It's closer to the zone. It's further away from the EMA. It's going to come to retest this EMA after this huge rise. Now, you could enter in a 30 pip stop loss, 30 pip take profit. However, my personal trade right now is that I'm taking profit at 0.38, so 124.38. And I'll probably end up honestly changing this take profit to around this area. And the reason being is that by time price starts dropping, the EMA is probably going to start rising, and that's where it's going to hit it. It's going to meet it up around this area. So the take profit for that one will be 124.60. Moving on to Euro JBP. This one is a one that I actually wanted to go over last on purpose. And the reason being, okay, yes, this hit take profit. But the reason being is that I want to show you guys how simple it is to trade. Okay? I want to show you how simple. I'm on the monthly right now. There isn't money, indicators that you guys got to do. Literally, look. It goes to the zone, hits the zone, hits the zone, hits the zone, goes through it, hits the zone, bounces on it, goes through it, bounces on it, through it, bounces on it. You know what I mean? Like it's not complicated. But guess what I noticed? So this is gonna sound really crazy, but look at this. This zone, this really small zone that I had earlier with all these wicks, right? See how it goes through the prices. Price does not hang out in the zone, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? And I also noticed another zone that I'm surprised I haven't caught. Look at that. Okay? So that's for future purposes, but this zone right now is going to play a huge role, and you'll see exactly what I mean. 1 hour, 15. This is my setup, guys. I've actually started to realize. What is it? All right. Okay, so I'm going to delete that because we already hit take profit on that. But with Brexit, guys, price doesn't really like to follow a lot of technical analysis, especially with Brexit stuff. You guys can clearly see that it's just been wicking to this zone that I have over here. So wick, didn't touch it, and then it's kind of just fluctuating in this area really. And then wick came up to it again. You guys can kind of see it's respected, bounced this little zone over here. And then you can even see it on the monthly. It hit it one time before it dropped crazy. All right. Now with Euro JBP, it's different than the others right now. And the reason being, and yes, I know they're all euros, but Euro JBP is dealing with a lot of Brexit stuff. Okay. And if you know, I'm in a lot of buys for Euro JBP. Okay. So when somebody's in low drawdown, let me go on the daily for this one. And then come down to the 1 hour for this one to explain to you what exactly is going on. Guys, last time it touched the zone, it flew up. $300-something pips. Okay. Now, this is actually hilarious because I called this rise last time. 19 days ago, I called this rise. Okay. Literally called that rise. I think we just got out over here. We didn't take too much profit, but it all happened so quick. Now, when price dropped down here below the zone, a lot of people would think, oh shit, excuse my language, but a lot of people would think, all right, well, let's sell. It's coming down to the next zone. Okay. But you guys got to realize there's always a retest. So guess what? It broke through it. I bought down here. Right? Why did I buy down here? Because it started consolidating, but it didn't retest yet. And you guys can kind of see it went up, retested, came down a little bit, right? Now where is market going? Cool. Now with Brexit coming, you can't really predict it too much. However, with technical analysis, you can only do so much. So I wanted to explain to you my actual open positions. And let me pull out the eclipse or ellipse. I said eclipse. Wow. Anyways, first buy was around this area. It was at the 0.88395. So yeah, it was around this area. And then I bought again actually at 0.8785. So this area. Okay. And I bought 3 more. Okay. And of course I can explain to you exactly what's going on. And and any other signal provider or guru or whatever you want to call them, they're not going to show you that they're in this drawdown, guys. They're going to be like, oh, well, yeah, buy it. You know what I mean? Nobody's as transparent as me in this market, and I know that for a fact. And that's one thing that's separating me from everybody else. And I bought over here. Now, guys, I am not biased. If I see this coming down, I will tell you it's coming down more. But look at it from this perspective. Right? I bought it over here because it was hitting the zone. That was the first buy. Okay. I bought it down here because it was still in the zone area. I kept on buying. And guess what? I bought over here not because I knew this broke the zone, but because it is a stop hunt. Whenever something like this happens, you're expecting a stop hunt. A stop hunt is basically when the broker knows that everybody's stop loss is right underneath the zone, so they go and try to hit it before they continue rising. I did expect this to rise to the 200 EMA at that point, but I'm no god, so I don't know exactly what's gonna happen, and it dropped more. Now, here's the thing, guys, and if you guys want to really dive into it, this is something that I've learned over the years. A lot of people might call it a double top or a double bottom, or a W, or here. Let me send this back. But essentially, guys, this is a very strong confirmation that this is going to rise past this 200 EMA. With price dropping over here, it rising and then coming down, but not breaking through it, but actually breaking through that higher, the higher, to this higher level, right? So if I can kind of draw it for you guys. So price came down here, right? And it came over here, but could not break that low. That's very crucial. And not only that, it actually broke through this zone area. Cool. And of course, as soon as it broke through it, it went and retested it. Went actually a little bit down. Hit everybody's stop loss. That for the people that try to, time it exactly perfectly, hit their stop loss. That's why a lot of people aren't really profitable people, because everybody thinks the same. And that's the problem. That's why the market is a failure for a lot of traders, because everybody thinks the same. Not on ForexBlade side though. Okay. Anyways, I bought over here, knew it was gonna rise. It rose, but peep what's going on over here, guys. All right, we're getting into an area where price doesn't hang out much. And if you look at, did not mean to do that. But if you look at this area, I'm trying to actually zoom. Yeah, let's go to that area, people. When was this? November 18th. All right, so again. Oh, wait. November 13th. All right. Wow. Okay, so I already called all this. But, so price broke through the zone. Did its little W thing. And then it went and retested the zone. Came down. Everybody thought it was going to be a sell. Rose again. Faked everybody out. And then continued climbing higher. And you guys noticed there was kind of a downtrend. The EMA is kind of like blah, blah. And then flew off. You know why it flew off? Because price doesn't like hanging around in this zone. Price does not like hanging around in this area. Doesn't mean that it's not going to break through it and maybe drop the whole way down here. But it does mean that price is going to at least retest. And not only retest, but definitely rise to at least halfway of my trades. Okay, minimum. Right? So for your JBP, if you're in the robot, if you have the robot or you're a client, you don't gotta worry about that at all. If you want to enter in a trade and you want to follow my confident calls and my actual trades, look at this. My actual trades. I'm open in these trades, people. A lot of people can't really show that because they'll be scared to show people that they're also human beings. Like what? Anyways, price hit the EMA. People are expecting it to drop. That's what as a trader, you're taught, look, it hit EMA, use that as resistance, there's a zone, is going to drop. So this definitely could potentially drop a little bit more. But I don't think it's going to come down to a higher or a lower low. This is going to actually rise. Okay, definitely going to have some trouble over here before going any higher. So maybe come down a little bit and then rise again. And then who knows? At this zone, this is where we got to adjust, because whenever the price goes through a zone, you have to adapt. That's one of the things that I'll be teaching in the ForexBlade University as well, is that you have to adapt. So once it breaks through it or it bounces on it, this is where you adapt. Okay? So like it broke through it, so I'm expecting this retest to happen. It didn't. This isn't a confirmation retest yet. I need it to go inside the zone itself. Once it goes in there, I do expect it to, come down a little bit, kind of fake everybody for the downside. People are gonna. This is so funny. People start drawing random ass trend lines. It's so hilarious. Whenever they're biased, So if you believe, oh, well, like, look, it's going to rise, you start drawing trend lines that make it seem like it's going to rise. They'll be like, oh, yeah, this is right here is a trend line. People, that was probably one of my beginner mistakes. But yeah, so like for example, it'll rise to this area, and then somebody will be like, oh well, look, yeah, right here is perfect, right? So it's gonna keep dropping. So it drops a little bit, and then everyone's like, all right, perfect, my trend line is perfect. It's gonna keep coming down. Nah, people just don't imagine things in this market. Just kind of go with the flow and see what it's giving you. See what it's giving you. So, and if you know, if you actually took ForexBlade University before it's getting maintained right now, you know exactly what is going on right now. You know exactly this move. You know exactly this high. You know exactly that it's going to come down a little bit more before it rises again, and then it's going to come down a little bit more before it rises again. You know this. Okay. So now, with the other pairs coming, Euro USD and Euro JPY kind of doing their own thing. It dropping, right? So got to keep in mind, guys, there's enough room for the zone too, right? So this could drop, hit, I'll take profit, and then start rising. And then I do see that happening. But I don't think it's just gonna touch the zone just like that yet. Okay. So I mean, there isn't really much to explain further. I already told you my trades. These already are my trades. I'm already in these trades. I'm not creating any new trades yet. But yeah, I mean, let's get this market breakdown out to you guys. I want to get it out to you. I think I recorded well over 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. But it's just packed with information. Honestly, for Euro JBP, if you want to enter in a trade, like I said, I'm already in these trades. But actually, you guys can create your own decisions, right? You guys can kind of follow the arrow, see if you want to short it a little bit before you start rising, or if you want to just go ahead and be safe and buy it with the proper lot size. And like the thing is, guys, look, this drawdown is absolutely nothing to me because of the lot sizes that I'm using. Okay, and guess what? When I exit in profit, it's not going to be anything crazy. Okay, but you guys gotta realize this is a marathon, not a sprint. Okay, I'd rather have 1,000 small wins than 100 big wins, because with 100 big wins, you're risking much more and you're looking to lose a lot more. Both these small trades, worst case scenario, I can close all these trades right now and lose like 2% of my account, not even. So you guys, I hope everything is well for you. Welcome to all the new members, and I'm really excited to just get these trades going. I hope you enjoy your weekend. And I know I'm going to enjoy my weekend, letting the robot do its thing and, being comfortable in these trades. I don't like to go on the charts too much, people. You have to realize that, being on the charts too much is indeed a bad thing. Okay? So just let the market do its thing. Follow the trades that I called out. And hopefully we'll all be in profits together. Okay? Now, I'll see you guys in the next market breakdown. And if you need anything regarding the robot or, signals or, just feel free to talk in the group chat. I know everybody would love to have a conversation with everybody else. Okay? So take it easy, guys, and peace.